Welcome back.
Properties, Pets, and People. Real estate stuff. For today, we're going to talk about falling off and through stuff. Now, we were on our bus ride from the hotel down to the work site in Panama. And I vaguely remember hearing you talking about falling off or through a ceiling. Care to revisit this story?
Sure. I was, so we were on a mission trip together, which is kind of a volunteer project. You never know who you're going to be working with, what their skill level is,
They are volunteers.
They are volunteers. So.
And they don't bring their own hammer or tool belt.
No.
Or barely gloves.
Right.
Okay.
So.
Just kind of painting the picture of this volunteer.
The story that I was talking to, I think I was trying to convey, the point I was trying to convey was, you got to be careful working around places like this with, unskilled people.
Right.
And because
rebar.
Sometimes they just, unknowingly will throw something at you that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
So I was helping with a roofing project. And it was all volunteer. It was like 100 square. It was a large roof to pull off with a lot of volunteers. But
was this in the States?
It was Montgomery County.
Oh, okay. This is a local project.
It was local.
Okay, so these volunteers even speak the language you speak. Then.
So
we've eradicated that part of the problem. Because it gets real interesting when you're doing volunteer work with people who don't even speak English.
Absolutely.
Exacerbates the interest level, let's say.
Yes, for sure. That's why you come in handy.
Yes, that's the only reason. Is the insinuation there?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I just said that's one of your strengths.
Okay.
So
it's a good cover.
Anyway, we're working on this roof. There's a couple different crews of people working together. There's people replacing rotten plywood on the roof.
Okay. Volunteers.
Volunteers. They're tearing things off. They're cutting things. They're moving things.
Can I ask you? Now I'm going to use a construction term, and we'll explain. What's the pitch of the roof you're working on?
It's about a 512.
Okay, so 5.
So
you can kind of
walkable.
It's walkable because there are. Once you get past like 7, you start getting to a point of the pitch where you can't, and you need to put cleats on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be relevant because I'm gonna share a story after you've shared a few. So we have a pitch that is walkable.
It's walkable.
No cleats necessary.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nobody's sliding past you on this roof.
No.
Not?
No.
Okay.
But I'm on the other side. I come, traipsing. I come up over the top and down the other side, and I hit this piece of plywood, and right out from underneath me goes this piece of plywood that some volunteer, put in place, but they never fastened it.
With not even as much as one nail.
Not even one nail, not one screw.
Not even a sign that says, "Hey, I don't know how to hammer a nail or use a drill." Nothing.
Right, nothing.
Just
obviously not union qualified here.
Maybe they were. Had a day off. They were volunteering.
Yep.
If you're not going to pay me, then I'm not.
I'm not going to finish this job.
All right.
Along comes Steve. I hit that piece of plywood, because it's a downhill slope.
Yes.
It's still walkable, but I hit that piece of plywood and right out from under my feet. Through the hole.
Through the hole.
Through the hole. Luckily, I've got strong upper body, and I caught myself with my arms.
So you did one of those.
I did.
In between rafter push-ups.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. About ripped my shoulders,
Yeah, so what part got scarred up?
Well, my leg.
Okay.
I came down on my leg.
Yeah.
Which probably slowed me down enough that I could catch myself with my arms. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you any on the side get it?
Little brush burns
And
all
then the
all
armpits
way.
get the yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
makes for an uncomfortable afternoon. It
The
does.
point
Yes.
I was making on the bus that day was, watch out for volunteers.
So
Yes.
They'll get you every time.
can happen. And then what happened with the piece of plywood? How far did it go? Because there's other people on this roof.
There are.
And this piece of wood took off.
It did.
It now has a life of its own.
Yep.
It's driving its own bus.
Yep. It was gone.
It's off the roof
Off the roof.
without hitting anybody.
I believe so.
That's,
Yep.
that's fortunate.
Yeah.
That's fortunate.
So.
And I can remember being up on a roof. It basically now, same kind of idea. Garage roof that wraps around, creates a porch roof.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically a little higher than the first story, midway up the second story.
Yeah.
Okay, had snowed the night before, about a foot of snow, which would
Void your cleats.
you would you would think you should take some precautions.
Yeah.
One, don't go up there.
That'd be a good
That
one.
would be a good start. You know.
But let's take that off the table.
The time's gonna get done.
Time's gotta get done. And let's just park that common sense for a little while.
The sun will be up in a half hour.
So we're gonna forge on ahead. We're gonna get up there. We're putting windows in, so you get one guy on the outside putting the windows in, another guy on the inside just kind of squaring them up, screw them in all that.
Yeah.
And I drew the short straw. So I'm
You're
on the
Outside, in the snow.
on the foot of snow, freshly fallen snow on the
Lucky
roof.
you.
On a pitch that, again, you should not be walking on.
Right.
But if you curl your feet just properly, you can get some good traction. And at the time, I probably weighed, I don't know, 90 to 100 pounds. So wasn't a whole lot of gravity involved here. Putting the window in, and all of a sudden, I felt it coming. And you know these things are coming. You can
Yeah.
feel it.
Yep.
And it's terrifying. It's slow motion.
Yep.
Time stands
Yes.
still. You can predict the future. So I literally knew I was going down. I turned around, sat down, prepared myself, looked at the guy in the window and said, "I'll see you at the bottom." And off I go. Now, fortunately, it has snowed before.
Yeah.
Foot of snow on the ground. This is a good thing.
Patty.
Yeah.
Landed on some nice soft snow right in front of the building inspector talking to the foreman of the job. You can't plan this stuff.
Just dropping by.
Just stopped by to say hello, landed, got up, looked at them, got to get back to it, and I put her back up. And you would think I went right back up on,
There you
on
go.
the roof.
Another day, no accidents.
No
It's great.
accident. No, health, safety. I'm okay. Everything's good here.
Just went skiing.
Yep. It's my lunch break. I can do what I want.